Good morning. Welcome to Monday Blitz on TV 47 with me, Katila Macy. Each and every single Monday we are usually here talking about sports, and of course it has been a very busy, let me call it a very busy month. And of course August has started on having the Commonwealth, having the WAFCON continuing, the Kenya Secondary School Games, whereby Green Commandos did that thing. And Rugby Sevens coming in, the Kenya, Arsenal and Manchester United fans playing at the Nyayo National Stadium. But all in all, you'll get that right here on TV 47 Monday Blitz. And of course, remember, you can be part of us by interacting with us on our WhatsApp number. And of course, on also our social media platforms, all right? And right now, I want to introduce my very good friend, as always, I'm not always alone. I'm here joined by Twiga himself, Papa Fred Arocho. Karibu sana, Fred Arocho.
Thank you very much.
Uko mzima?
Niko poa.
Unakaa nganga.
I'm ready.
You're very ready.
I'm ready.
And of course, the guy, this guy, before I introduce him, you know, he has been here. We are that team. We usually beat people. I call him the champion, yes. But we also, how the fans of Manchester United did to them for the second time. You know, for the second time, Manchester United fans beat Arsenal fans right here in Kenya. And before he comes in, you know him, he has the energy talking about Arsenal, but when it comes to talking about other teams, he's like, you know, vile mambo inaendaga, lakini yote tisa. Today, I want to ask him, mambo vipi, kuliendaje pale Nyayo National Stadium? You know, my very good friend, anajulikana kama, I don't know, Nyash. Sijui Nyash. What happened? But anyway, karibu sana.
Thank you so much for having me.
You good?
Very much.
What happened yesterday?
Jana tulikuwa nacheza na watu wa Manchester.
Alafu?
2-0.
Mara ya ngapi?
They bottled the 2-0 because they were 2-0 up and they could not hold on to it.
All right.
Then we lost on penalties.
Well, okay, congratulations. But kama kawaida, you know, Manchester, when it comes to Manchester United, Arsenal, Manchester always beats Arsenal. You know, we did that even in the English Premier League. But anyway, we are here. Good people back at home. Remember, you can be part of this discussion. As we said, you can interact with us on our WhatsApp number. Here is the question of the day. Which player do you think your club should sign? Remember, the EPL is starting on the 21st, all right? And we've seen Bruno Guimaraes, ameshaingia pale, Arsenal, despite aliuza pena, but which player do you think your team should sign? And I think I'll start with you, Arocho, as a Manchester United fan. Which player do you think?
Well,
Ama kikosi iko sana?
for me, I don't have any specific player that needs to be signed. Well, football is on the pitch. When you have 11, my side, 11 on your side, then we are on. So I don't have any specific player. I believe that every player can do good for the team.
Nyash? Because I've seen you guys, mmeshamchukua Bruno Guimaraes.
Yes.
And he said he will do anything.
Anything.
Anything for the team.
He's one of those guys, you know. He's a warrior, like he describes himself and stuff like that. So that was a good acquisition by Arsenal, just to beef up the midfield. We know Declan Rice has been a bit off fitness-wise, so we don't expect him to hit the ground running when the season kicks off in, like, what is it, 2 weeks now? So yeah, I think for me, if I was to say someone to sign now that Vinny Jr. is off the charts, I would say Julian Alvarez. If you can get that guy, he's a proven goal scorer. He can score, he can play centrally, he can play on the left-hand side. So, and also he's Premier League proven. He's been here in the Premier League, he has won a Premier League title, so he knows what it is to play in the Premier League. I think he's a guy we should go for. Well,
all right. What do you think back at home to our viewers? Which player do you think your team should sign? All right, because the EPL is coming and it's going to be tough. We've seen the young managers that are leading the big teams, and so far we've seen what the club friendlies, how the teams are really performing, all right? But let's start with our show today, and let's talk about the WAFCON 2026. It was a shock that the defending champions Nigeria were eliminated, and now the semi-final, it's only 4 teams right now, the semi-final, and it was a surprise that Malawi beat Ghana yesterday, a 2-1 win. And now in the semi-finals, there are Algeria and Malawi, and then we have Morocco versus Cameroon. Arocho, let's talk about these 4 teams, Algeria, Malawi, Morocco, and Cameroon. I'll start with you, Arocho.
Well, I feel that for me, Morocco has been outstanding. Irrespective of the fact that they're playing at home, they've been outstanding, never conceded a goal during their group stages. They were with Kenya, Senegal, and Algeria in one group. And good performance from Morocco. And it just amplifies the fact that with good kind of investment in football, you're going to reap. You're going to reap. And this is what we are seeing with Morocco. Once again, going so well in their group stages, banging in goals. They beat Kenya 4, not conceded a goal until when they conceded 1 goal against South Africa in the quarterfinals. They have now qualified for the World Cup, and I believe this is one of the teams that is going to give us a very good kind of representation in the forthcoming World Cup. Kudos once again to Morocco. Another team that has really given me a reason to smile is Malawi. Malawi is relatively a team that is not really has not really done much within the women soccer scene in the continent, but look at how they performed. I've also liked is it Barbara Banda? I've liked that lady. Very good performance from Barbara Banda, and it's not a surprise that Barbara has done that kind of has made that kind of performance. Barbara has scored 3 hat-tricks, if I'm not wrong, in the Olympics, and moving into this tournament is one of the players who was rated highly, and she's proven that she's a very good goal scorer.
Nyash, the 4 teams that are remaining in the semi-finals of the WAFCON, Algeria, Malawi. What's your take? I don't know because we've seen Morocco play; they have been fantastic. We've seen Algeria; they have so good, and also Cameroon.
Yeah, I mean it's like we've been left with the cream of the crop now. These are teams that I don't think we can argue that they deserve to be where they are. They have Croatia set to represent Africa in the World Cup next year. And I think for me, the one that has caught my eye is Malawi, considering the journey that they go through to get here. I mean, individually, they have some brilliant players, like the Chiwanga sisters, and they have been lighting the tournament up since the group stages. I think one of them also scored in the quarterfinal to beat, who was it, Ghana. So that was sensational. I am very much looking out to see what they can do, because up front, they are very good. They know how to score goals for sure. Maybe not so much of defending, but they don't know how to score. The same as Cameroon. I mean, you got to give up to the goalkeeper. She had an outstanding performance to keep out with the defending champions. You know, like Nigeria are good. I know they started off a bit off. They lost the first game, I think, or was it drawing? I think they lost to Malawi. That was a shocker. And then now yesterday, where they could not just get past the goalkeeper, she was on a blinder. So I can't see how those 2 teams perform. Algeria, of course, I mean, when you look at the teams that have qualified to the semis, and then remember 2 of them were in the same group as we were, then you can see how tough our group was, and maybe you want to cut some slack to the girls, but yeah, they were quite good. Algeria, Morocco playing at home. Of course, they are buoyed. They're at home, so you expect them to perform the way they did. Now, the semis is where you can't really call it.
Well, all right. Still on the WAFCON, let's talk about some of the big teams that were eliminated, starting off with the Super Falcons, the defending champions, whereby they were knocked out by Cameroon 1-0. And then a team like South Africa, they've been playing so good, but they were beaten 2-1 by the host Morocco. And then a team like Cote d'Ivoire, which were beaten by Algeria and Ghana. Actually, I watched that game yesterday, and I never expected that Malawi would beat Ghana. Arusha, what's your take? What do you think went wrong with the team like Nigeria, South Africa, and Cote d'Ivoire, and also Ghana?
Well, I think Nigerians are suffering from their, yes, Nigerians are suffering from their own success, 10-time champions. Yep. I think they're now going through moments of going down. Well, it happens in soccer. You cannot be up there all through. But once again, I was impressed by Ivory Coast. Though they lost, but I was really impressed by the way they play. When you look at these teams, and I'd like to differ with Nyash that we cut our ladies a slack. I think we, as Harambee Starlets, were not prepared for that tournament. I think the federation also need to answer several questions. So I don't see where we cut them a slack. I was really disappointing in the opening match when Starlets played against Morocco, where we lost 4-0, because I felt that we didn't have our best as a country representing us in Morocco. The second match when we played against Senegal, that one I feel that we were unlucky. We played so well, but unlucky that we didn't score. And then, of course, the last match when we had already lost everything, and it was just a matter of honoring the fixture. But once again, I think as a country we need to investigate what really happened with our ladies, because I felt that we could have done better. We never scored a goal in the entire tournament. I feel that something ought to have been done better so that our ladies could have performed better.
Nyash, what do you think went wrong? You know, being a defending champion and then being eliminated in the quarterfinals. What do you think was wrong with Nigeria, you know?
I think sometimes, you know, as a team, maybe you just meet a team that is so resolute. You just can't break them down. And again, Nigeria started off the tournament a bit wobbly, if I would say. Like I mentioned earlier, they were shocked by Malawi. But, I mean, now Malawi in the semis. But then again, you expect, like, when you're defending champions, maybe you're thinking you just go in and do what you've been doing as you're winning the 10 titles. So, yeah, it could be, like Arocho is saying, maybe they are victims of their own success. Victory has defeated them, which is crazy to say. But I mean, I just give props to Malawi and Cameroon. Cameroon is the one that knocked them out. The goalkeeper, I need to see the stats. I saw the stats, I just can't remember them offered. She was really, really solid. They just couldn't get past her. So they tried, but it's a tournament. Sometimes you concede one goal and the team shuts shop. And that's exactly what Cameroon did, and they did so perfectly. So, I mean, Nigeria, they go back home feeling some type of way, but then again, you are 10-time champions. I don't think you're feeling all that bad.
Well, all right, but still on the WAFCON, let's talk about Harambee Starlets, you know. They were in the group of death, actually, Morocco, Algeria, Senegal, and Kenya, whereby they were eliminated in the group stages without a single goal, whereby Arusha said a lot need to be questions about our squad, you know. And having the likes of the top scorer, Gentrix, who was the top scorer in Tanzania, right now in Egypt, not being in the squad, then something is really wrong. We also, when Terry Ngesha as the lone striker in that team, no chances created, no shots on target. You know, a lot has been said about the team. And I'll start with you, Arocho. I remember you said you always talk about the coach after the tournament. We are here. Harambee Stars eliminated in group stages, 0 goals. Not so good performance, you know.
I think as a country, when we spend our resources, we need to get returns.
Yes.
And when we don't get returns, we need to ask questions. I feel that we invested in the team in terms of paying the allowances. But I think the returns are not really clear how we performed. Because why did we even go to France for our training session, yet we didn't have a friendly? I felt that if in any case, France was not necessary for us. I felt that the team should have flown direct to Morocco, perhaps get 1 or 2 teams that is not in our group to have a friendly before we moved into the first match against Morocco, because it was a disaster. Our team could not hold in the first match. And once again, I'm going to reiterate that I feel that we didn't have our best. I still, once again, feel that Corazon Aquino should have been that team. I still feel that, is it Tabitha Wambui, should have been in that team. I feel that a lot of things did not happen the way it should have happened. I felt that even the coach that we had in the national team, with all due respect to Beldin, I felt that we needed to have beefed up that team in terms of the technical team. Look at the fact that we played, for example, against, is it Morocco, which has a coach who is an immediate former world champion in their coach. We threw our girls into deep sea. We never looked at the best way that we could have helped our girls. I also feel that the government also in one way contributed to our performance. Look at the fact that we had to have a sit-in so that our ladies could have been paid their allowances. As much as we blame the technical bench, as much as we also blame the federation, because I feel the logistics around our team was awful. You cannot travel to France and not play a friendly match, then you move into a tournament. You know, basically, I feel that there was a lot of disorganization around our preparation, around our moving into Morocco. So there are a lot of questions that need to be answered. And ultimately, the government, as the single biggest stakeholder in the game. We need to invest in our coaches. I feel that we took a coach who, yes, qualified the team, but once we moved to the next level, we needed to have gotten a more advanced coach so that we could have matched at least what was up against us.
Now, what's your take on our girls?
Yeah, I feel like
disappointments.
Yeah, disappointment galore. It feels like a whole cocktail of problems. Emanating from the technical bench, emanating from the federation, emanating from the government. I think for me, the buck for this one stopped the federation. The federation, because first of all, we qualified for this tournament, I think, in March. It was actually supposed to happen in March. Then 4 months later is when it's happening. How is it possible that 4 months later, since you knew they were qualifying, you are not able to secure a friendly? How is it that 4 months later, since they qualified, you are not able to secure their allowances? As in, how is that possible? Is the federation having a breakdown in communication with the ministry? Or what exactly is going down? Because I was thinking, like, in that period of time, that's when you sort all things out. You know for sure the girls will be going for WAFCON. It's not like it's an if. It's a matter of when. And they were not able to secure their allowances with 4 months to go. They are not able to secure a friendly. How do you get yourself ready for a tournament without any friendly? Like, make any sense. In fact, I was speaking to Martha Karemi, who I think she was part of the team that was in 2016. And even then, they at least they did some friendlies. And now, how can we go to WAFCON without doing any friendly? No wonder we did not score any goal. We did not get to test ourselves against a team at all. You can't be doing your first game prepping for WAFCON in the actual WAFCON. I don't think that's how it works. I'm supposed to do it a bit better, also knowing the group that we are in. So the federation, for me, this one has dropped the ball. And I had the president some time back saying that they did their best. If this is their best,
then we have a long way to go.
Then we are in trouble.
And there's this one question that has really been asked on social media. Should Coach Belden remain as the head coach of the Rugby Starlets?
Well, I think, no, she should. If you ask me, she should remain. But we need to add more knowledge in that technical bench. I feel also our transition has not been smooth. Look at the fact that 10 years ago, we had a team in the WAFCON. Now, when we are moving into the next WAFCON, there is no transition. I feel that we need to have somebody who has really lived WAFCON to help us transit into the next WAFCON. It's not necessarily wise for us to do away with Belden. Belden can still be in that team in another capacity, or even having somebody to assist her if that's the best way to put it. Because we cannot just be starting all over again, because if in any case we kick Belden and his entire team out, we'll start all over again. And always, as a country in terms of soccer, we tend to be starting all over again, time and time again. So basically, that's what I feel we are not doing right. We can retain her, but we need to get a more, with lack of a better word, a more qualified coach, a coach that will take us to the next level. Because 10 years ago, we scored, I think, 3 goals. Yes, we didn't get a win, but at least we scored 3 goals. Now, we move into the next WAFCON without a goal. Don't you see that we are moving into the negative? Yeah. So I feel that, yes, she did not perform as expected, if you ask me. But we need to retain her for that continuity, that smooth transition.
Yeah, what's your take on that? Should she remain, or we need a new coach and a whole new technical team?
A couple of days ago, I would have said, like, she needs to step. Kanyange kubwa kubwa. But retrospectively now, objectively, I'm kind of siding with Arocha on this one. We are at a certain space to be WAFCON. Okay, we have performed quite poorly, but we are on a certain level where maybe now it's building up on that. So if you take her out, then it's going back to scratch, it's then building again. And I don't think that's going to help us. So maybe 2 more years, because I think the next WAFCON is happening, I think 2028, if I'm not wrong. So just see if she can get us there, and then what does she do once she gets there. If we get her to get us there, and again we perform like we did, the best thing that she can do is not even wait to be fired. Just resign. So I think for now, I would say Beldina and Delay for now.
Don't you think I need PM to assist the way Arocha said?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there has to be some actually. I mean, you see in that technical bench, I think one of our assistants is Mildred. Cheche is one of her assistants, if I'm not wrong. So, and also she had one of another lady who was
Aluach. The former Talata coach.
Yeah. So yeah, maybe beefing up the technical bench. But for me, I don't know if she should be leaving. She should stay. But we need to do something first of all.
Well, let's listen to some of what the Harambee Starlets had to say, and of course the captain there, the coach, and some of the players that had to say after being eliminated at the WAFCON 2026.
I mean, experience more vitu mob. Nimelearn vitu mingi kwa teams mingi kama Morocco. Nimelearn kutoka Algeria, Senegal, tumecheza na wao. Wanajua football. Na nikuwa committed na kuwa na aim nini unataka. Walijua nini wanakuja kufanya kwa tournament, na that's why we maintain their standards, na that's why wamekuwa on top of the tournament.
Inafaa tu work hard. Juu ukikombea game yetu Morocco, Senegal na Algeria, we are too far. Hatuko karibu, tuko mbali, so inafaa tupambane sana. At least pia sisi tukue hapa penye hizi mateams ziko. Mimi najua with the time vitu zitakuwa sawa.
Well, we are hoping for the best for Harambee Starlets, and maybe the next WAFCON mambo itakuwa imebadilika. And right now we'll be taking a very short commercial break, and when we come back we'll be talking about the National High School Games that have been happening, where Green Commandos are the champions right now, and there is a new game that has been introduced, lacrosse. We'll be talking about that after this short commercial break.
For travelers, I guess I forgot that. Recently, it's been more of a mirror of my own ambition. Ooh, yeah. We might fail. We will probably fail, but not for a lack of trying. So for the last time, and the first time, welcome to Connect In, the best experience in Eastern Central Africa and its environs.
This is a very serious place.
I see that.
Surely. Hey, Nyumba.
This is the place.
Just for a few days.
Rule number 2.
Kwani Google inajua maisha yangu wewe?
That's my seat.
It's a chair. It was hers.
You're new here?
Yes.
You learned the rhythm.
This place is run by structure. Structure.
It is a system. Ni venye tu huu ni system isikizi.
And what happens if something you haven't chosen enters your day?
Then you move it.
That's not always going to be possible here.
Then you are going to have a problem.
Noted.
What are you planning?
To escape from a resort.
This is not a resort, my friend. This is a storage.
You have to be very careful. Fake money can kill business.
Na leo mkorada yangu.
Small money, kapasa kadogo, big behavior.
I only have big notes.
Alikuwa anatafuta courage.
Yani nafaje kutengeneza kachumbari na manyanya zinakaa hivi? Ona kiki ni kama kiwaru.
Hiyo inaitwa commitment to the lie. Amejicommit.
Ndio hiyo. Mpatie.
Unajua kama una mtu kitu, hata tu salamu ya kawaida inakaa kama reminder.
Habari yako?
Sintalipa kesho.
Kesho gani when?
Si kesho ya kesho ya tomorrow.
Hiyo tena. Mzee ni burudike mchoka.
Ni burudi ya madeni.
Tuesdays at 8:30 p.m. You have to be very careful. Fake money can kill business.
Na leo mkorada yangu.
Small money, kapasa kadogo, big behavior.
I only have big notes.
Alikuwa anatafuta courage.
Yani nafaje kutengeneza kachumbari na manyanya zinakaa hivi? Ona Kiki ni kama kiwaru.
Hiyo inaitwanga commitment to the lie. Amejicommit.
Ndio hiyo. Mpatie.
Unajua kama una mtu kitu, hata tu salamu ya kawaida inakaa kama reminder.
Habari yako?
Sintalipa kesho.
Kesho gani when?
Si kesho ya kesho ya tomorrow.
Hiyo tena. Mzee ni burudike mchoka.
Nebo ni madeni.
Tuesdays at 8:30 p.m. on TV 47. Sundays at 8:30 p.m.
Good morning.
You have my rent?
Leo jioni kama tutakuwa tumelipa rent, nauza simu yako.
Hamna pesa. I need 3 G's to make my nails today.
Sasa hivi natuhusu aje?
Welcome back to Monday Blitz on TV 47 with me, Katela Macy, and I am joined by Papa Fred Arocho and the Nyash of the champion Nyash, the former, is it former? The defending champions of the English Premier League. Nyash, remember you can be part of the discussion by talking to us, by answering our question of the day. We've asked, which player do you think your team should sign? The English Premier League is starting off on the 21st of August. And of course, we are very ready for it and waiting for it now. Right now, before we move on to the school games that just ended, let's talk about how the Sekafa Kagame in Rwanda, whereby Gor Mahia were beaten by Rayon Sports in the finals. They lost 2-1, whereby Sharif Juma scored the only goal. Arocho, let's talk about Gor Mahia overall performance. Remember, they topped Group A. They thrashed APR FC 5-0, and then they lost to Vipers of Uganda 1-0. And then they beat Ingade Republic 1-0. And then they advanced past Sudan, Al Hilal, in the 8-7 penalties. It was very dramatic, actually. And then they fell 2-1. Let's talk about Gor Mahia. Do you think they are really ready?
Well, that was a very good outing, if you ask me. A precursor of what is expected in the Champions League. It takes me back to 1985, when the last time Gor Mahia won this trophy. A dramatic performance, Dr. William Ubaka scoring the 2 goals for Gor Mahia to have won that tournament in Khartoum, Sudan, the way they came back from that tournament, the way they were received. And it was expected that if Gor Mahia won that tournament once again, perhaps we could have seen what happened in 85. But fast forward, good performance once again. I think I saw a lot of new players coming in, and I'd like to commend the coach, because he's somehow become very brave. It's brave for a coach to go into a tournament of this magnitude, bring in new players and field them. I saw some brilliant football from Gor Mahia. I hope that this is moving forward, will propel them into the Champions League, as I said earlier. They're now playing pyramids, not a small side. These are champions of Egypt several times. They have done it in the continental scene. So Gor is expected to perform. I feel that, yes, they're somehow unlucky. Pyramid might not be a team to crack, and I hope they even hoped to have gotten a lesser, stronger side in the Champions League in the first stage. But going back to Chigari, I think Rio were lucky to have scored that goal towards the end of the match, and it's a learning curve. I think a very good pre-season for Kogalo, coming back to the league. I hope they are going to replicate that and even do well in the Champions League.
Nyash, what's your take on Gor Mahia overall performance?
I think it was a good performance. I cannot say anything less than that. They were brilliant throughout the tournament. And of course, like Arocho mentioned, it's basically a warm-up and a precursor of the upcoming Champions League. And it cannot get tougher for them than facing Pyramids. I think the latest CAF rankings, Pyramid, I think in the top 10 best teams in Africa. I think they are 7th, if they're not wrong, 2025 CAF Champions League winners, so it doesn't get tougher. But it just goes to show, like, for Gor Mahia, why they need to get to the group stages and maybe advance. Because you see, like, Nairobi United in the rankings, they are 61st. So according to CAF, Nairobi United is the higher ranked team than Gor Mahia. And I think for Pyramids, for them, it's like when you are top seed getting a lesser seed. That's basically what it is. Pyramids, the top seeds, they're getting a lesser seed or a lesser opponent in their thinking, in the rankings, according to the rankings, and that is Gor Mahia. So Gor Mahia now needs to change the shift, because you can't be talking about a less seed who is a champion for our country here. So it's a bit, it feels some type of way for them. I feel sorry for them, to be honest, because let's be honest, Pyramids ni mbaya. Pyramids no mbaya, man. And I know Pyramids, they have some few changes. I think they changed their coach. One of their bad men is Fiston Mayele. I think he's not there anymore. So maybe it's not the same outfit as they were in the Champions League last season, the season before that when they won it. But in the Sekafa, I think they did good. They were not poor. I don't think I can blame them for anything. Okay, you could always argue about the first goal. Maybe Sakari could have done better, but I think they were solid. They played quite some good football. To be honest, if that football is the one they're going to play in the Kenya Premier League, we're in trouble. Yeah.
Now, you're in trouble, you and your team. Don't forget to mention your team. Now, the question is, do you think they are ready, Gor Mahia is ready to compete in the continental task? Fred Arocho.
Well, unfortunately, unfortunately, they're playing Pyramids. I wish they could have gotten a lesser, stronger side in terms of the ranking of CAF. Though it's not all done, I still believe that they can pull a surprise. Just with good organization, logistical arrangement before that match, because, well, Egypt is relatively good in terms of logistics. Perhaps if it could have been Tunisia or Algeria, that's where we normally have a nightmare traveling from this part of Africa. But Egypt is, we have several flights flying from Nairobi to Cairo, so that might not be a problem for Kogalo. I hope they're going to keep their outfit. Rumor has it that, is it Sharif? There's a lot of teams that are really looking for a signature. I hope they're going to keep that outfit. I also heard that Mike Kibwage, several teams are also trying to get his signature. So first and foremost, they need to keep that team moving into the Champions League, and then, of course, good organization, good arrangement before they move in. I feel they can give a good account of themselves in the Champions League, though Pyramids is going to be a hard nut to crack.
Yash.
Yeah.
Are they ready?
They have to be ready now. And if they're not ready, then watakuwa Kenya in WAFCON. Because the dates for the qualifiers are not changing. They're cast in stone. So you know what you're working towards, you know where you have to get yourself to. I think they played a match after Sekafa, I think against El Merrick, and they lost 1-0. The team that their former MVP went to, Enoch Morrison. So it's a tough outing. It's a tough outing, not gonna lie. But I mean, Akonor knows he has his work cut out for him now. I mean, you can see what he meant. He's not a plumber. I don't think a plumber comes into the Kenya Premier League, wins the league in the first season, goes on to Sekafa, reaches to the final. They have not been to the final, I think, since 2015, by the way, Gor Mahia. So he did quite well. But like we mentioned, I mean, Pyramids is a whole different ball game altogether. They are a different side. They are a tough team, highly ranked, higher ranked than Gor Mahia by far. So, I mean, it's a different ball game, but like Arocho mentioned, if they don't lose some of the key guys who are now being linked with other teams, then they might just stand a chance. And honestly, if they get past Pyramids and get to the group stages, they should even get out of that group stage, because Pyramids are way, way highly ranked. So you just have to wait and see.
Well, from Monday Blitz, we are wishing the mighty Kogalo all the best against Pyramids. Well, they might surprise us the same way the Harambee Stars did during CHAN after they beat Morocco. Now, let's move on to the international football. Right now, there's this the conflict between FIFA and UEFA, Papa Fred Arocho, whereby UEFA is really accusing, FIFA, all right, of private, the conflicts about the private investment, the lack of consultation by UEFA is accusing FIFA of governance by intimidation, and of course, broader governance, even though FIFA already apologized and they backed down from the sell-off plan. What's your take on that, Arocho, whereby UEFA Mesema they'll back out from the World Cup and some of the major football tournaments? What's your take on it?
Well, UEFA just wants Infantino out. I feel it's just about the revenue streams that are within FIFA. I feel it's more or less about money, for lack of a better word. I think I normally look at FIFA as a very corrupt institution because of the kind of things we hear, and it's not started with Infantino. Even Sepp Blatter. Initially, when Blatter was there were a lot of accusations, and then ultimately it came out that there were a lot of corruptions issues within FIFA. I think UEFA are feeling left out within the FIFA kind of arrangements, and that's why they're breathing fire. I'm so disappointed with Africa. Africa has not said anything. It's quite unfortunate that a continent with more than 40 or so members has not said anything. It tells you how spineless our continent is. You hear a lot of sentiments from individuals, federations. For example, the German Federation just came out very strong and gave their position. But the entire continent, we've not had any statement. It shows how we have been arrested. We are just, if you ask me, a voting bloc for FIFA. We never come out and give our position. Initially, when you look at it in terms of the commercial value that this arrangement was bringing, I think it was positive. The commercial value, the kind of money that it was going to pump into the game. But I think, as I said initially, the UEFA side of FIFA felt that now we are going to let the game to the highest bidder. And when you look at it from that side, in terms of the game, then we were going to let the game go to the dogs, because it's just about who sinks in a lot of money, then they carry the day. But when you look at it wholesomely, then you'll realize that FIFA has a lot of money issues, there's a lot of corruption, and there's a lot of intimidation within FIFA. And I'm not seeing Infantino surviving. Yes, they've withdrawn their initial idea of getting it more commercialized, but I'm not seeing him surviving, because already daggers have been drawn. And you know, in politics, when the daggers have already been drawn, then it's normally not easy to cool the tension, or even the fact that we no longer trust each other. I'm seeing Infantino ultimately moving out of FIFA, because UEFA is normally a very instrumental part of FIFA. And I think even when Blatter was being kicked out, it was UEFA who instigated all that. But once again, I'm challenging CAF. Where are you? You've not said anything. You're just there.
I saw a CAF talking about how, I think a week later is when they are going to sit down and talk about the proposal. When all other confederations have already put out statements saying how they oppose this one, CAF said absolutely zero. Again, shows zero cojones here, to be honest. You can't have all this. You are the second biggest confederation, by the way, after UEFA. We have 54 members. UEFA has 55. You can't have such a big confederation keeping quiet on such a thing. But then again, we just maybe wait and see where our bread is going to be buttered. So maybe get more money, and you know, we are not boycotting the World Cup, but we don't want just have a standpoint and just move forward with it. But it's the same like Arocho is saying, the UEFA just wants Infantino out. It's just, and you know, the daggers have been truly drawn when they start dropping personal stuff. Oh, it's you, and you are the Secretary General, you did this with a certain staff member and stuff like that. That's when you know the daggers are being drawn, and maybe they will want to push him out of office before the elections next year. I think the elections are next year. So, yeah, and I feel like it was also a fight of philosophies here, because whatever he was trying to do felt like Americanization of football, when you know football is really big in Europe, so maybe they don't want that as well. So, fight of ideologies as well, fight for control and money.
Well, all right, still on the international football, let's talk about some of the summer transfers that has been happening. And, well, some teams are really putting in money. We've seen Bruno Guimaraes, he has officially moved to Arsenal, and I can see Nyash, you are smiling to that. And then there are some rumors of Bradley Bacola and Ibrahim Baye. And Manchester City, I don't know if these rumors is true about Rodri. We've seen he has been fantastic in the World Cup as one of the best midfielders in the world. We've seen how Rodri has been of impact to Manchester City. Remember, when he was out, Manchester City really, really suffered. And I think it was at that moment where Arsenal took it and said, when Rodri is out, we are taking the English Premier League. Let's talk about these. Let's start with the Gunners. Bruno Guimaraes from Newcastle to Arsenal. Arocho. That move.
Well, it takes me back to when Andre Arshavin was signed as Arsenal. There was a lot of noise. The Russian assassin is here. You know, I have a problem with Arsenal fans. You know,
you remember about even Gyökeres?
Yes, they make a lot of noise. You know, when Gyökeres was signed, and I remember I was sitting here with Mutiso. You know, Mutiso was painting Gyökeres as somebody from the moon, the savior. You know, the ultimate change for Arsenal.
But he saved us.
No. How?
I mean, 14
I'll give you a card, by the way. Mr. Director, naomba kadi.
How was Gyökeres instrumental, if you ask me, in your success, or even lack of that success?
How can it be lack of success when you won the league?
No. What I mean in lack of success, when Gyökeres came to Arsenal, he was a champion in his league,
yes,
wherever he came from. So the only target for him was the Champions League.
Bare minimum was to win the league.
No.
Yeah.
Was he a champion where he came from?
Yes, in a league that is ranked, I think, 7th.
No. You know, the problem with Arsenal fans is that they live in illusions.
It is not illusion.
The reason why I'm saying so is when Gyökeres came to Arsenal, he was a champion wherever he came from, in his league. So his target, if you ask me, was the Champions League. Did he achieve it? That is an answer I'll leave to my brother here to respond to. The point I'm trying to bring here is that Arsenal normally makes it a very big deal when they sign a new player. I'll once again mention Andre Arshavin. I didn't know Arshavin when he was coming to Arsenal. But the noise that was made around Arshavin, you could feel that Arshavin was going to be another Messi combined with Ronaldo together. But what did Arshavin do at Arsenal? So that's why I feel that the current signing, until we start playing the league, is when we'll know if it's a good signing. Let's not just make noise for the sake of making noise. And I know it's itching for him to respond. But all this said, after 10 or 15 matches, we'll be here to analyze the big name, the big spending that Arsenal is having.
I also remember they were so talking about Vinicius Jr., but we've seen Vinicius Jr. has continued
He's
at
reduced
Real Madrid.
to size.
And of course, Yan Diomande, the youngest, you know, but the 19-year-old Yan Diomande from Cote d'Ivoire. And also, let's talk about Bradley Bacola and Ibrahim Baye. Liverpool are really preying on these two players. Yeah. But I know, Nyash, you as an Arsenal fan, you'll start off with Bruno Guimaraes. I know you want to answer Arocho, and then you can move on. Move on, please.
I like how Arocho starts. It's like last season we started off, of course, you were saying Arsenal is going to win the league. By the time you're coming to May, Arsenal is going to win the league. This now, Bruno G, he's pretending like he has never watched Bruno Guimaraes in the league. We all know he's one of the most consistent midfielders who has been in the Premier League. Bruno Guimaraes.
Who is Bruno Guimaraes?
He's the baddest Bruno in the league. So
the baddest Bruno we all know is Bruno Fernandes.
So, he has seen.
Wait. With all due respect.
No, I wanted to interject.
No. You did interject. I responded to wait.
I did.
Where is Bruno coming from?
Bruno?
Yes.
Newcastle.
Where is Newcastle?
He's the captain.
Okay, where is Newcastle?
In the Premier League.
Yes, in the last season.
They finished, what was it? 13th or 14th.
You cannot even remember.
I can't remember. I was winning the league. It's not my job to keep tabs of where this
No,
team
but when you talk about the player who is, I don't want to mention him, the player who is coming in, it's as if this guy has performed miracles wherever he's coming from.
He has been one of the most consistent central midfielders in Premier League in the last 3 years. That is not doubted.
Consistent in what?
In playing well. Midfielders, their work is to create, to tackle, to score. Look at his numbers. They speak for himself.
What numbers?
The tackles, the recoveries, the ball progressions, the goals scored, the assists made. He has won a cup at Newcastle.
You mentioned there assists?
Yes, the assists.
Who had the most assists?
Look, he had the most assists in the World Cup.
No. Who had the most assists?
Where, in the World Cup?
No, in the league.
You see, it's astounding. The guy who had the most assists in the Premier League had.
Just
name the player.
Who is
No,
I'm answering your question.
There's some people who don't know the player.
I'm answering the question.
Okay.
The guy called Bruno.
Bruno who?
Had the most assists in the Premier League. Bruno Fernandes.
Oh, okay.
That's so you know him.
Bruno F.
So you do know him.
Of course, I do know him.
Thank you.
Bruno F.
I was in the league that he did not win. I was in the league that he scored most assists and I won it.
Okay.
He had very few assists in the World Cup. Why? Bruno G had the most assists in the Premier League in the World Cup. And this guy is not a number 10. So it just goes to show you how productive he can be. So Bruno Akosawa, that's no doubted. Arocho after game week 10, I can't wait to hear you coming to the side. But yeah, for Liverpool, Bradley Bacola, I don't know if they are going to splash the cash that is being mentioned with this guy. I don't think he's worth over 100 million. I know he's good. We've seen him in the World Cup, scored quite a number of goals. He's a left winger for sure. They definitely need such a guy. I don't even know if they need a left winger or a right winger for Liverpool. They need some work, and I'm also seeing they're moving quite poorly in the preseason. But yeah, Bradley Bacola is a good purchase. If they don't, what's Polegia, maybe there will be no hijacking. But I don't know if he's worth all that much money that is being mentioned. But he's a good player.
What about Ibrahim Baye?
Well, perhaps just to add on what he said about Bacola, I think that's where I agree with him. I think Bacola should not go past 80, if you ask me. The 100 plus that is being asked, for me, is somehow exaggerated. I feel that at times, I think when these agents, they're the ones who blow figures out of proportion, and more so when after a major tournament. I knew this was going to happen. Immediately after a major tournament, be it the World Cup, be it the Euros, you'll realize that players' value goes way above. And they have a tendency of starting that rumor that Bacola is needed in Liverpool, is needed elsewhere, so that their value can go up. But it's business. It's business, and business is described as the trade where I know where to get the product and I know where to take the product. So my job here is to make sure that I get the best out of the deal. Look at, for example, when is it Pepe was coming to Arsenal? You saw what happened. Pepe was overpriced, if you ask me, to an extent that they were even having some, I don't want to use that word because I'm going to give free kind of advertisement, but mkopo, mdogo. You see the way he's
what is he talking? This thing.
No, but what happened? No, Pepe.
This thing
Pepe,
bro.
No, Pepe is one of the, perhaps the only player I know who there was amount paid and there was mlipa mdogo.
Come on.
But I think when you speak here, we want to Maliza is
no, Maliza
Harocho.
The mlipo mdogo did not bear fruit because the product that was being brought in was moshiri. You know what moshiri is? You know what moshiri is?
That's a lie.
But did he perform?
Wait, gentlemen.
We get installed.
No.
I think
we get installed. That's how the business.
There's only one team that pays mdogo.
No. And you should check the team that has the biggest debt of transfers.
Mdogo.
You know,
perhaps. Check. It was my first time. Ngoja, it was my first time to hear of mdogo.
Nah, come on.
Where you pay this tena kitu tano.
Nah,
that was Pepe.
We had a church.
You
did that with Pogba as well.
No, but it was
not as
ridiculous as he.
It's always done.
You know, the both of you have not even talked about Yan Diomande actually coming into to Real Madrid. Arocha amekwama kwa lipa mdogo.
Jaribu kufinya. You guys have done that at some point in time. Manchester United had the highest transfer debt. Sana shaka kwani mdogo ndio mnahitaji. Hata sisi.
Do you think that okay, moving on, do you think before we go for a short commercial break, do you think Yan Diomande will be of impact at Real Madrid?
I can't wait to see. I mean, there's a whole sort of rebuilding happening at Real Madrid. Maybe now he has the right-hand side locked. I'm guessing because he had mentioned that he prefers to play there, so it can be him on the right, Vini on the left. No, zero ambition, Brazilian. And of course, zero ambition for sure. And
But you guys,
Mbappe.
you guys really want
No, you cannot say that.
Yeah, zero ambition.
What do you mean zero
You guys
ambition?
were actually the internet was burning.
Katela, that one cannot go unanswered.
Can I say why then?
Like, imagine
please,
let me say why.
Please go ahead.
First of all, this dude is staying in Mbappe's shadow. Okay?
No.
I'm explaining.
No.
I'm explaining.
You are misleading the house.
No, let me.
You are misleading the house.
Hold it. Please finish and then.
Yes, exactly. Let me finish. Zero ambition. He's staying under Mbappe's shadow. All right? If you want to be a global superstar, you should not be under anybody's shadow. All right? They were not giving him the same percentages of image rights as Mbappe is getting. What does that tell you? You are not a bigger superstar as Mbappe. That is not what it should be. You're being represented by Rock Nation. He's a big global superstar. Also, this is a rebuilding going on at Real Madrid.
No, I'll forget my point. I'll forget my point.
You remember your point?
No, just pause. No. I'll forget my point. Point of order.
No.
When he says that is Vinicius.
Madam Speaker,
wait,
can I finish my point?
No.
I'm not even
point
finished.
of order. When you say that Vinicius Jr. has no ambition, you are misleading this house.
I have not finished.
In this sense.
Let me finish.
No.
You see the point.
You are going to another point.
If I finish, then you see the point.
No. You are going to another point.
No.
The point I'm trying to bring home, Vinicius cannot leave 5-time, 6-time Champions League champions and go to a team that is known of winning FAs.
And what did he win last season?
No.
And the season
currently at Real Madrid is the team that has won many Champions League titles.
Yes, history.
Is that true?
History.
It's true.
That's history.
Arsenal is the team that has won most FA Cup. So what do you mean ambition? I leave a team that is winning Champions League year in, year out to join a team that wins.
Let me. Can I finish my point now?
Please go ahead.
Thank you very much. I hate to be interjected. But the point is, ametoka Madrid, amekaa Madrid. They are rebuilding. If you look at their project versus Arsenal's project, which one is more feasible?
According to you.
It is there to be seen. Arsenal has already won the Premier League. Madrid has won nothing. Look at the coaches. When is the last time Mourinho won a title? They have a new coach who's coming back to Real Madrid. Yes, he was there 2012. He won just a league title. No Champions League. What has he won the last 3 years?
Proceed.
Nothing. What has Arteta won the last 3 years? A Premier League title. Which coach looks more feasible to win a title? It is Arsenal's. If you look at the feasibility of the Champions League, yes, they are 15-time Champions League. Fantastic. Have they gone to the final in the last 2 years?
No.
Okay. So do they look like they're going to get in the final then?
Yes.
This team has been to the final last season.
No.
So as far as getting close to winning the Champions League, the team in London is closer. So tell me how you see all those aspects and you tell me this guy's ambitious.
I cannot leave a team that wins the Champions League time and time again to join a team that wins the FA time and time again.
They have won it, but is he looking forward to winning it again?
Order.
That's the question.
Order. I think we'll have this discussion after this show outside at the cafeteria. But we'll be taking a short commercial break right now. When we come back, we'll be having the coach of the Green Commandos in the building tonight. But right now, thank you so much, Nyash. Thank you so much, Freda Rocho. I think he discussion mwendele hapo nje. Ni sha nyinyi wote. We'll be right back, good people. This is Monday Blitz.
Get blinking ones?
Mimi nilikuwa na dread. Nimeekelea kitele yangu na dread. Ikikunywa maji. Oh my God. He left me. Nitumie ni line.
Uko nje kuna Wi-Fi.
Why? Hi-Fi?
Wait, so what do we call this dish again?
I have no idea.
The cucumbers are there specifically for my beauty routine.
Tamulini kero umeka kwa beauty product.
Na ameenda.
Tunafaa tukuwe na logo yetu. Like, si ni brand already.
We won't entertain divas.
No. I'm not dealing with a man child.
Amazing. Nishapenda hii energy.
Sundays at 8:30 p.m. on TV 47. Saturday at 8:30 p.m.
My father used to tell me that a hotel is the home for travelers. I guess I forgot that. Recently, it's been more of a mirror of my own ambition. Booyah! We might fail. We will probably fail, but not for a lack of trying. So for the last time, and the first time, welcome to Connect In, the best experience in Eastern Central Africa and its environs.
Saturday at 8:30 p.m. on TV 47. Wednesdays at 8:30 p.m.
This is a very serious place.
I see that. Surely. Hey, Nyumba.
This is the place.
Just for a few days.
Rule number 2.
Kwani Google inajua maisha yangu wewe?
That's my seat.
It's a chair. It was hers.
You're new here?
Yes.
You learned the rhythm.
This place is run by structure. Structure.
It is a system, ni venye tu ni system isikizi.
And what happens if something you haven't chosen enters your day?
I remove it.
That's not always going to be possible here.
Then you are going to have a problem.
Noted.
What are you planning? To escape from a resort?
This is not a resort, my friend. This is a storage.
Wednesdays at 8:30 p.m. on TV 47.
Nairobi, where the hustle never sleeps and neither do the scammers.
Link Up, we are talking about something that's affecting all of us. We are talking trust.
We're diving into the campus life.
Stay fresh, stay safe.
Stay linked up.
My father used to tell me that a hotel is the home for travelers. I guess I forgot that. Recently, it's been more of a mirror of my own ambition. Booyah! We might fail. We will probably fail, but not for a lack of trying. So for the last time, and the first time, welcome to Connect In, the best experience in Eastern Central Africa and its environs.
This is a very serious place.
I see that. Surely. Hey, Nyumba.
This is...
Welcome back to Monday Blitz with me, Katela Macy. Each and every single Monday morning from 8 to 10 a.m. we discuss all that has been happening in the world of sports. And of course, right now, Green Commandos are really trending of the Kenya National High School Games. Kakamega High did that thing after so many years. And with me right here, I can see the head coach, Enoch Luche. Karibu sana. Uko mzima? Congratulations first.
Thank you.
And I can see umetembea na technical team yako. Do you mind introducing them?
Yes.
Upande wa on your right.
I think they can introduce themselves.
Right man, unaitwa nani? What's your name?
I'm Eric Chisutia. I'm a member of the technical bench.
Eric
Chisutia.
Eric Chisutia, bana we go.
Yeah.
And left man hapo number 3?
Number 3, I'm Felix Lianda Tero, also a member of the technical bench.
Okay, welcome. Karibuni sana on Monday Blitz.
Asante.
And before we start off our discussion, let's see the trending story, and then we can come in so that Coach Enoch and the technical team can tell us how they're feeling about these winning the national high school games, and of course what made him extra with his players to win the title. Wacha tuone the story behind this.
8 years since the last appearance in the National High School Games, Kakamega, the Green Commandos have once again written their name in the history books after they clinched their title following an emphatic 3-2 win over St. Mary's Yala.
ilikuwa ngumu juu the opponents were tactically good, na when we scored the first goal we relax, so they took the advantage and came and led. Walipata bao mbili, so ilibidi sisi pia tuinuke kiasi ndio tushinde.
Meanwhile, in the girls category, St. Joseph's Girls Kitale showcased their impeccable class as they roared to an emphatic penalty shootout win over Nyakash Girls to secure the girls' title.
Sana kwa sababu ya ushindi, imekuwa mechi mzito sana, lakini ningependa kushukuru wachezaji wangu kwa kazi nzuri wamefanya, especially mental strength yao. Ukiangalia kwamba tulipigwa bao ya kwanza and then watoto wakatoka nyuma wakaweza kucheza vizuri, wakaweza kupiga equalizer na tukasukuma mpaka dakika mwisho, tukaweza kupiga sare, tukaenda kwa matuta, tumetrain kucheza mapenalti, ndiposa tumecheza vizuri mpaka tumeshinda.
In volleyball, Chesamis roared to a 3-1 set victory over Chepsaita to clinch the boys' title. Those were the scenes at the M-Pesa Foundation Academy as the top two teams from each category proceed to the East Africa competitions in Arusha and hope to showcase their impeccable class on the continental stage. Zuki Alan for TV47 Sports.
That was our reporter, Alan Nzuki. Thank you so much, Alan Nzuki. Now to you, Coach Luce. Congratulations first, again, one more time. And let me ask, what does this moment mean to you personally, having taken the Green Commandos back to the national stage after a very long time, 8 years actually?
Personally, it's a historic moment and a moment that everyone is happy. And it is because of various people's sacrifice. First, it's because of God's timing and God's favor to us. Then second, it's all about the chief principal, Dr. Liva. When he joined the school last year, he had a work plan for the games department, which has worked for both rugby and football and other areas in games. Then it was also about the technical bench organization, where we are led by Coach Hesbon Nyabinge, who was also my teacher when I was training as a coach, and Coach Miranda, together with the members of the technical bench, the sacrifice of the boys and the unity that we have had, together with the support of the old boys. I've seen Kakamega School to have an association of old boys who really value the school.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, Coach and your technical, as well as your technical bench, first time in 8 years actually, Kakamega back in the nationals from 2018. How has the journey been so far? Any of your technical members anaweza jibu. How has the journey been? Haijakuwa ni rahisi. Miaka 8 ni mingi sana.
Of course, with so many challenges, and also with the change of administration, that has also been one of the challenges that we've been facing. But I think, just like my coach has said, with the coming in of the new principal, he had a work plan that has really worked, and his objectives have been achieved. We feel so. Also with the support, you know, for you to win a title at such a level, you also require a lot of financial support, and it has really been coming in from all departments. All right. And we are happy.
You're very happy.
Very
now, you came into this school, you've said that even the change of administration, I think you'll be able to answer these. Now, 8 years drought, Manze, you know, some of the players would have, some of the maybe wadosi pale would have given up. 8 years ni miaka mingi sana. First year uyuko, second, third, fourth. Your winning mentality, that winning mentality, how are you able to instill it to the players? Unajua, and then showing that we can do this up to 8 years. Your winning mentality uliwekaje kwa wachezaji?
Maybe if I can say something about it, it's about the tradition. Because if you look at from 1979, Kakamega has been winning, and it's one of the schools with over 10 national titles. So that spirit was there with the learners and with the students, and they knew it's just a matter of time, and they will be able to win the national championship.
They have to follow the culture.
Yeah, the culture.
Now, coach, to you, you made your way. You made your way from a sub-county school to coach national school, and one of the most passionate schools, as the technical team has said here. Journey imekuwaje so far? Unajua umetoka sub-county.
The journey has been so tough, but just to add on what my teammates have said, also the fan base. There's also that pressure from the fans to the boys and to the technical bench, where they demand for the results. And everyone knew that we have to give results. We have nothing else other than winning the title. Yeah, back to the journey.
How has the journey been? Because when someone looks at you, unakatu mpole, umetulia ukai mambo mingi, and someone is just asking, how is he able to control these boys? You know, their age, the adolescent stage, wanasumbua sana. How are you able to control them?
Yeah.
And how has your journey been as the head coach?
The journey has been so tough because in Kakamega, the competition is very tough. You look at Msingu boys, we have St. Peter's and other schools there. So I think we set our mind that this year we have to perform because we had enough recruitment, we had enough support. Then the boys, management of the boys, we do it because you get our boys are also good in class. If you get players who are good in class, they are able to understand what you want. Then currently we are living in an era where we have devolved in even the football programs. Personally, I happen to have been a member of the federation, the last regime, as the youth rep. So I was dealing with the youth, so we understand. And then we have Coach Nyabinge and Coach Miranda together with the teachers who understand. They have been the national team, the two coaches. The other one was in the last under-17 team, Coach Miranda, and then Nyabinge. So they have been guiding us on how to do it. Then the chief principal, who is hands-on, has also been having meetings with the boys, together with the entire staff, and also the supporters. So the boys, they understand. And one good thing with our this year's team, we had 7 boys in the national team, under 17. So these are boys who understand what they want to get from this football.
Talking about the players and the boys in your team, you have some of the best players. You have the likes of Ochieng, Messi. How do you scout such players? You know, Kakamega school is a very big school. And how do you scout? You know, I know it's very, for a lack of a better word, hectic. Uko na watu wengi sana, and then you have to choose the best. How, inakuhelpaje kuscout? How do you scout them?
Scouting, we have our trials every year. Then we have one of our members who leads in that department, Samuel Oindo. We call him Coach Nyakwar. And also we scout from the interclasses. But getting the best from the best, we give the boys opportunities to showcase during the league. Then we pick the best 20. Yeah.
We've seen some of the videos there. Mashabiki wamekubeba juju sana. How is that feeling? Unaona, you've made Kakamega mashabiki. You can see yourself. Umeinuliwa hapo juju sana, Coach Enoch Luche. Yeah. How is that feeling? Mafans wanaku appreciate hapo nyumbani.
I feel good, and I really appreciate the fans. Yeah, I really appreciate them because it's not easy, and it shows that they have confidence in us, and they are ready to get more good things. I really appreciate them. I have my namesake by the name Luche, who is also a serious leader of the fans.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really appreciate them.
Well, your defense has kept 13 clean sheets, Coach. What have you done differently this time? You have been a technical team yako.
It's all about discipline during the game. Yeah, and also having the best strategy. Because Coach Nyabinga has been giving us the plan before we approach any game. And the boys have been so disciplined. Yeah. Okay.
Now, East Africa lays in wait for you, Coach. A chance to go against the very best, by the way, in the continent. How positive are you with your technical? Watch and put yourself. How positive are you guys? Because East Africa is in waiting.
Yeah. haijakuwa rahisi kwa Kenya. Ijashinda. Sijui ni timu mbili peke yake zimeshinda. Hiyo East Africa. Ni Bading na St. Anthony wameshinda East Africa. Tunataka kuhakikisha kwamba sisi tunaenda kuwa watatu. Na kwa the most elusive trophy for Kakamega School has been East Africa. Iko na 15 hizi za nationals, lakini East Africa haina chochote. So we also pray that God gives us that favor to be the first group that is going to win that trophy. So we are ready.
Very ready.
We are coming.
To you, before nikuje kwa coach, how are you feeling about these, that East Africa inawagojea kwa sana?
We are feeling good and we are prepared for it. And the boys are very high in spirit. Na tunaona tutaichukua tena. Though there is a challenge in teams from Uganda, but we know we shall do something there.
What positivity? Because umesema kuna challenge teams from Uganda. I remember even sometimes back when I was playing football back East African Cup tournament, Uganda wajakuwa opponents wa rahisi. That positivity, what is that positive thing that wewe na wachezaji mtafanya that will make changes? Mmesema lazima mtakuwa watatu.
Tumekuwa Uganda mwezi wa 4 na tumecheza na hizo timu za Uganda. Kuna wengine tulikuwa tunapiga na tuko ready, tunajua tutapiga hao watu. Tutawatandika.
So ni kama mmejitayarisha pia na mafunzo kadhaa.
Tuko tayari.
So we can count on you. Kenya can count on the Green Commandos.
Of course.
All right. Now, coach, we saw one of the players, Fidel Ochieng, still a historic move, by the way, to Montevard Academy. Actually, nilimona airport hapo, and then I was somewhere, and some people were like, don't forget to mention Green Commandos, tumeshinda. You know, how is that feeling, all right? That moment, and how does it motivate even the other students kwa timu yako? Hiyo move ya mchezaji kwenda, Fidel Ochieng kwenda.
Yeah, that move, I think to us as a technical bench, is a good move.
Wewe kama coach.
As a coach, although this work of coaching, you don't work alone, but as a coach, it's a good move. That's a second boy who is also moving. Although we have so many who have gone, but during my time when I'm the head coach, last year we had Wayne Otele, who traveled there, the same school. Then we have Fidel. To me, I feel we have changed someone's life. Yeah. And that's the main objective as a coach. Because the other things, they mean nothing. But changing people's life, that's the best.
Technical, mnafilaje? How do you feel? Mwana Fidel ndio yuko kwa airport, ampiga ameenda. He has done his part.
Tumesikia poa sana. At least the world can be able to know that Kakamega exists somewhere. And it has good players.
And I also feel it's a motivation to the rest of the players. Wakicheza vizuri, watapanda ndege.
Yeah, because it's very wrong. You use players and then after the school games, you see them in the village.
Wacha hapo hivi kwa village.
Well, now, the national title is sealed, right? Hapa mmeshashinda the titles. But then nilisumbuliwa sana over the weekend. Green Commandos tumeshinda, Green Commandos tumeshinda. What next for Green Commandos? What next? East Africa mmesema Uganda tunawapiga. Hiyo nayo tuko ready, tuko nyuma yenu hivi vibaya sana. Sisi mafans watu wakupiga kelele, tutapiga kelele sana. But what next for Green Commandos? Coach?
Yeah, we have a plan. We have a junior team that we have already established. Okay. Last year we had the trials. And we also have players. I'm aware you even know some of the players. Because you are one there.
Adrian Omondi.
Yeah, you know, as a team, you don't rely on, maybe you don't start planning when the competition are there. We already started planning. We have our team that is already ready. And we may just have a few signings, either 2 or 3. Then the team will be set for next year. Then we have a plan for the league, which has really helped us. We have the December holiday camp that is always organized by the chief principal for the same.
Okay.
Yeah, and then the coach, our director, Coach Nyabinge, already has given us a plan after the East African Championship. This is what we are supposed to do. Because besides school games, we have to continue developing these boys. We have more than 60 players.
Wow.
And we have to ensure that everyone achieves his goal as a player.
Technical.
Yes.
Mepangiaje kupatia coach assistance, support?
Yeah, sisi tutaendelea kusimama naye na mipango yote ambayo technical bench itatoa tuhakikishe kwamba imetekelezwa. Na what I want to reiterate to or add to what my friend has said is that in a school, it's a continuous process. You prepare those players, they leave, others come in. Like currently we are having the CBC system, so we are having the grade 10, and we have those that are venture into sports. So we also have to give them an opportunity on the field to showcase their talents, and then go through the system, get clubs, and move on.
Okay.
So it's a continuous process.
Maybe I'll just say that winning is very sweet. Therefore, lazima tu tuendelee.
Kushinda.
Yeah, kushinda.
It's very
sweet. Very sweet.
In a bamba.
Being in the cold for
8 years.
8 years is not a joke. Ndio kulikuwa na corona kidogo, nini. Change of administration and so on. But I know winning is very sweet. So
that winning is very sweet. We also what Arsenal did when they won the league after 22 years.
22 years.
Arsenal coach.
In Manchester.
When unajua sasa.
Manchester. And then another thing that will make us continue winning.
Yeah.
Now that we have the chief principal, Dr. Livo understands the right things, because we have seen within 9 months he already has 2 teams at the nationals, and he has already the national title. So we are safe with everything.
Let's listen to some of what the fans had to say. Tumeona vile walikuwa wanainua coach Enoch Majuju and the heroic welcome he received after winning the national title. Twende nalo.
Yes. 8 years out of the national, you're back with style. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling very much good. Tunashukuru huyu ni Mungu. And we are proud to take this trophy. After 8 years out of baridi, tunamshukuru Mungu. We are the champions. Kikombe inakuja Kakamega. Tunaileta kwa fujo. Tulikuambia wewe Mwinamo. Umekuja huku kila mwaka unakuja. Hakuna kitu umetuletea. Watu wakikuja kwa national wanakujaga kuchukua vikombe, sio kuchukua basi. Asante Kakamega.
Mwalimu wa Kakamega High School, furaha inanimaliza. Hata sauti imenipotea kwa kushabikia timu yetu kutoka kule zonals mpaka penye tumebeba nationals. Na tunasema hii kitu penye tumeanza kuichukua hivi, lazima kila wakati tutakuwa tunachukua. Msingi wa Jipange tunawaacha huko, sisi tunakuja tunabeba. Mungu ametubeba.
Jisia. Kakamega boys, this has been the day we have been looking for, na hakuna siku Msingi watatupata tena. Thank you.
Well, congratulations coach, but now kuna swali moja hapa siwezi taka iende kama ijajibiwa. Kumekuwa na beef Kakamega School na Musingu. Sasa imeshaleta title. Watu wanasema nini hapo nje? Ama wanasikia?
Kwanza acha nianze na alumni of Kakamega School. Mimi nimesoma Kakamega.
Okay.
Hii beef imekuwa tangu
kitambo.
Haijaanza leo. Na hiyo beef ndio inaleta utamu wa mpira sasa. Mimi naomba iendelee huko. Na tuendelee kuwapiga.
Coach unasemaje? Unasemaje hizi mabifu zimekuwa kwa hapo?
Hizi beef ziko kila mahali. Hata kwa mashule za huko kando pia ziko. So sio Kakamega peke yake na Musingu. So ni mzuri, inatupatia motisha.
Sasa wana train sana kupanga kuwapiga. Coach, what's your take on that?
Me, I think that's just competition, because the coaches have no any beef. Mwinama is my friend, and we work together during the Super Cup, Leo Malala Super Cup. But I like that friction. It makes the game sweet. But people should understand that those two schools are not enemies. But it's only that they want to have to prove who is strong.
Even Mwinamo himself is an old boy of Kakamega School. He's my classmate.
I think he also won some title.
With Kakamega School. Kakamega School.
So we appreciate, but it's good to have that such a discussion. But as coaches, we after the game, nyima fans like nyima coach pige shughuli.
But anyway, it has been good. Thank you so much, coach, and your technical. And one more time, congratulations to Green Commandos. You have our support. Tunawacheki sana pale East Africa. Itakuwa ni rahisi, but with everything good from your side and the positivity of the winning mentality, I believe kila kitu itakuwa ni poa sana. So our viewers back at home, we'll be taking a very short commercial break, and when we come back, something interesting. Don't go nowhere. Stay tuned. This is Monday Blitz.
Rule number 2.
Kwani Google inajua maisha yangu wewe?
That's my seat.
It's a chair. It was hers.
You're new here?
Yes.
You learned the rhythm.
This place is run by structure. Structure.
It is a system, ni venye tu ni system isikizi.
And what happens if something you haven't chosen enters your day?
I remove it.
That's not always going to be possible here.
Then you are going to have a problem.
Noted.
What are you planning? To escape from a resort?
This is not a resort, my friend. This is a storage.
You have to be very careful. Fake money can kill business.
Na leo mko rada yangu.
Small money, kapesa kadogo, big behavior.
I only have big notes.
Alikuwa anatafuta courage.
Yaani nafaje kutengeneza kachumbari na manyanya zinakaa hivi? Ona kiki ni kama kiwaru.
Hiyo inaitwa commitment to the lie. Amejicommit.
Ndio hiyo. Mpatie.
Unajua kama una mtu kitu, hata tu salamu ya kawaida inakaa kama reminder.
Habari yako?
Sintalipa kesho.
Kesho gani when?
Si kesho ya kesho ya tomorrow.
Hiyo tena. Mzee ni budi nikamchoka.
Ni budi ni madeni.
Tuesdays at 8:30 p.m. You have to be very careful. Fake money can kill business.
Na leo mko rada yangu.
Small money, kapesa kadogo, big behavior.
I only have big notes.
Alikuwa anatafuta courage.
Yaani nafaje kutengeneza kachumbari na manyanya zinakaa hivi? Ona kiki ni kama kiwaru.
Hiyo inaitwa commitment to the lie. Amejicommit.
Ndio hiyo. Mpatie.
Unajua kama una mtu kitu, hata tu salamu ya kawaida inakaa kama reminder.
Habari yako?
Sintalipa kesho.
Kesho gani when?
Si kesho ya kesho ya tomorrow.
Hiyo tena. Mzee ni budi nikamchoka.
Ni budi ni madeni.
Tuesdays at 8:30 p.m. on TV 47. Sundays at 8:30 p.m.
Good morning.
You have my rent?
Leo jioni kama tutakuwa tumelipa rent, nauza hii simu yako.
Hamna pesa.
I need 3 G's to make my nails today.
Sasa hiyo inatuhusu aje?
Can I order now? Do you ship? Can I get blinking ones?
Mimi nilikuwa na trade. Nimewekelea kitele yangu. Kitele yangu na trade. Ikikunyuma.
Oh my God. He left me. Nitumie ni live.
Uko nje kuna wifi.
Why? High five?
Wait, so what do we call this dish again?
I have no idea.
The cucumbers are there specifically for my beauty routine.
Tamulini kero umeka kwa beauty product.
Welcome back to Monday Blitz on TV 47. Story yetu with me, Katela Macy. And of course, right now, tumetoka football, tukaingia rugby. With me right here on stage, I have watu wamekula wakashiba, 4x4. Heavyweights in studio. Karibu sana, Kelvin.
Thank you so much for having me.
Introduce yourself, Kelvin.
My name is Kevin Odhiambo Wambura. I'm the competitions admin at Kenya Rugby Union. Yeah.
And of course, another one on my side, Japheth.
Yes, Japheth, I work at SportPesa, partnerships and sponsorships.
Okay. Karibuni sana.
Asante.
Wacha kwanza niulize, kwa nini watu wa rugby mnakuwa mmekula mkashiba? Mwili kama yangu siwezi cheza rugby. Let me start there.
Unacheza? Unacheza. It's just a misconception. But again, it goes into the training we all put in for the game. But nonetheless, there are very tiny players in the game because every position needs certain attributes that you'll probably not get from a person looking like me.
Well, all right. Jafet, you're doing a very good thing, you as a sport person. But now, tuanze hapa nini. Complete the Prince Law Sevens in Nakuru and the Dallas Sevens in Kisumu. And the upcoming tournament includes the George Mwangi Kabireri, right? Yeah. Which will be on August 15th, Upper Pangani, Nairobi, Driftwood Sevens, August, Embu Sevens, and Christie Sevens. Actually, at least your Christies. Yeah. We go there to have some good vibes, you know. Now, the latest, let's talk about these tournaments and how you guys are coming in as the main sponsors.
Yeah. Well, for us, the National Seven Circuit, which we now call the SportPesa National Seven Circuit, thanks to SportPesa and for coming in as the title sponsors, is actually the start of our season at Kenya Rugby Union. So the Kenya Rugby Union calendar starts with the National Seven Circuit, which then culminates into one of Africa's biggest competition, Safari Sevens, normally held around October, before we start our league in November, the 15th league. So this is the Sevens League, then we'll transition into the 15th League in November. So far, we've been able to do Prince Lu in Nakuru. That was at the end of July. And then the first weekend of August, we were in Kisumu. Yeah. We took a small break this weekend, and we go again this coming weekend here in Nairobi. Just to correct, we will not be in Pangani, we will be at the RFUA grounds. So the George Mwangi Kabeberi Sevens will be at the RFUA grounds. And then we go to Mombasa for Driftwood Sevens. After that, I think we take a break. Go to Embu, Moi Stadium, and then finish it off at Christie's, where you make fond memories. Yeah.
Well, all right, to you, Jafet, let's talk about the doubled sponsorship package, directly transformed tournaments, logistics, player compensation, of course, team preparation. You know, there was a time, rugby liquidity nini, haikupiga kelele sana, but right now at least we are having people talking about the SportPesa.
Yeah, so yeah, we've doubled the sponsorship. I think we were at about 16 million, but this year we've gone to 34 million. And like you said, it's more about vibe, making the tournament more competitive. So one of the things we are doing is we are boosting the host clubs. We're giving them some kitty to help them with preparations in conjunction with KRU. We are also increasing the fan experience. We are making it better. So for example, this year we have the fan jerseys, like the one I'm wearing, where fans can get this and they love it, so they are getting those. We have an experiential area in every event where fans can come and interact with our products, get to know more about our products, and they can enjoy SportPesa stuff, because we give quite a bit there. And then we've also put in some kitty for live stream. So our live stream now is really top notch, doing first-class production so that guys can enjoy their games. If they're not able to come to the location, they can watch this from home. And we're quite happy with the numbers that we're seeing, that more and more fans are actually watching these on our YouTube pages. So the idea with the increased sponsorship is to make it better, and it's even more competitive. I think, like Kevo said, we started in Nakuru with Prince Lu, which was the first one, which was bubbling under. But by the time we went to Dala, the story that we were hoping we'd get started unfolding. Obviously, the big boys, KCB, guys were like, yeah, they'll just run through this thing. But there was an upset in Kisumu, they were beaten. So the stories are coming up, and we are quite happy as SportPesa that it's competitive, and we are hoping for more of that as we go into Kabeberi and the next 3 legs.
Yes, and when you talk about the fan jerseys, you should carry some for people like us.
Don't worry.
For good vibes, you know.
Don't go fair, don't go fair.
But anyway, Kevo, let's talk about Kabeberi 7, of which is next, all right?
Yeah.
What makes this leg so important in the overall championship race?
One, it's one of the core tournaments of the National 7 Circuit. Great history in it, the George Mwangi Kabeberi Sevens. George Mwangi was an exceptional player for BAMBA RFC. a legend of the game for them. So I think the celebration that goes into the George Mwangi Kabeberi Sevens is really important for the rugby people and stakeholders. And just to also support Mwamba RFC, who are the hosts for the George Mwangi Kabeberi Sevens, in their preparations for the season. Remember, they've just been promoted back into the Kenya Cup. They were in the championship last season. And so this tournament also goes a long way in just supporting them. But also, as Japheth says, I think the circuit this year, compared to last year and the other year, is very competitive with what we had in mind. For example, with the acquisitions KCB had and the upsets we've already seen, them finishing 5th, I think, in Dala. This gives us another platform to see how competitive it gets. Maybe we never know. We'll have another winner at Kabeberi. Yeah.
You've said it has been so competitive, and I think I'll ask you, Jaffe, has the level of competition improved, by the way, compared to the previous seasons? Yeah. You've doubled up, has it?
Yes, it has. And just to talk about the doubling up, so we've also increased the kitty for the teams. They win the prize money. So I think that also makes it very competitive. Yeah. And what I like about Kevo and his team is they're saying, your pesa ni ya wachezaji. So you see the players are really pushing themselves to get the money. And I think that really, really helps. The level of competition is really top notch. I think, like I said, the 2 legs, we've seen the teams being totally different. I think, like you said, the acquisitions that were done, we are seeing new players emerging. Like there's a boy from Cabras who's really come out. He's a speedster and is really creating the vibes, if I may say that. We are seeing more and more teams learning about the tactics of the other teams, so they know how well to play. And the upset was inevitable. It was quite impressive. The finals in Dala were quite competitive, and I think that's what we are looking for, that when you come to Kabeberi, we hope for a different winner again, because what that does is we don't know who will be the overall winner at the end of the day. If we have very many winners, the points tally will make it very competitive, and the kitty is exciting. We have a kitty for the circuit winner, and we have a kitty for the overall winner. Wow. So I'm sure that will make it very exciting.
Talking about the Kabeberi 7, which is coming up on the 15th, 16th at the RFA.
Weekend, yeah.
What can fans expect this year? Watu kama sisi? Apart from the good vibes, Kevo.
Yeah, kwanza tuanze hapo kwa vibes and inshallah. I think that is standard. Yeah. I'm proud of the game, as in what our game offers is quite different to other sports, and we've ticked that box. Like, we offer entertainment in the field and make sure that people like you are also taken care of. So competition, hapo kwanza competition in the field, tick. Again, there's something I forgot to mention that we've been very purposeful about, and this is the incorporation of the ladies into the games.
Actually, I was coming into that.
Yes, so at Kabeberi Sevens, we hope to continue where we've left it at. We had the first showcase, the first proper showcase of the ladies in Nakuru. We had the same in Kisumu. We are hoping to make it even better in Kabeberi. Then sasa masaa yenyu ikifika, take over.
Now, to Jaffe, let me ask, how challenging is it to organize a leg that meets both KRU and sponsor expectation?
I think it's easier now. I think the fact that we are working closely with KRU makes it quite easy. And then there's a lot of pre-planning that happens, and this really helps us. I think to Kevo, who runs all the tournaments, it's easy because we have a plan in mind and we work through the plan. So we are able to bring out whatever we had envisioned at the end of the day. And then the other important thing is with the other co-sponsors, we are also kind of working together closely. So what it does is we amalgamate everything into an exciting event. I think Dala, if you'd come, Otwa Vibes and inshallah had a lot of fun there. I think because after the competition on the pitch, the evenings were just amazing because entertainment was there, the vibes were there, and I think for two days it was just fun. And all I can say is we're looking forward to a better one now that will be mtaani. I'm sure it will be even better.
In the city.
In the city. So we know it will be even better, and we're just looking forward to it. But I think it's easier now because of all the cooperation that happens behind the scenes. When it gets to the 15th, for example, for the Kabeberi, we're sure that from the first day, it will be all amazing.
Now I want to ask us something. I think any of you can answer this. What improvements have been made in the areas? Fun experience, hapo umeshasema tick. We are very okay. Security, let's talk about scheduling and broadcasting.
Okay. Yeah, I think with the support we've received from SportPesa, that makes broadcast a must for all the legs. It also just opens up the avenues for our players, because you just never know who's watching, and the world for sure is interested in the Kenya Sevens product. So, like you'll notice, we've just received a number of players from this circuit actually going to play in the inaugural Ultimate Sevens in London sometime this month, which is also something very good from the key things we've made mandatory for the Sevens circuit. So slight improvements, big improvements, not slight, but big improvements that help to showcase our product as KRU and the Kenya Sevens, or rather Kenya Rugby fraternity, that is really helping put our name out there as a country.
I think just in addition to that, maybe I can add in terms of broadcast. So like I told you, we've put quite some substantial amount on broadcast. So we have high class, top class broadcast happening. So our live stream is amazing. We've added the fan cam, which is something that the fans look forward to. They watch themselves at the stadium. And then more importantly, security. I think security is top notch, that when the fans come there, they'll be sure of their safety throughout the circuits.
Now just a question here, and munijibu na ukweli. Honesty, yeah? Which leg secretly gives you the most sleepless nights? Nakuru, Kisumu, Nairobi, Mombasa, Embu?
I'll throw that.
Sleepless nights in terms of worry or sleepless
or sherehe. Yeah, it depends which
Both.
one.
Organizers, gani nawapatiaga manze?
I think sleepless nights in terms of preps.
Yeah.
And this should be the easiest because we are in the city, but the Nairobi legs are the ones that give you sleepless nights.
Okay.
Surprise inaweza tokea anytime.
Nairobi ndo home in the
Kanairo ndo Kanairo.
Sleepless nights in terms of sasa hizo vitu zingine, Dala, Mombasa, hizo sasa tuna kutoka ni matanga.
Now, just a question, actually, I think, Kevo,
Yeah.
If the circuit had an award of the best rugby atmosphere,
Yeah.
like Mali unasikiaga, Joe, anytime if you had the chance ya kusema zote zikuwage hapa, who is winning it right now?
Trick question.
Yeah. Nah, I'm just... That's what nimesema, anataka honesty.
Watanimaliza.
Kiwewe, yani, ini kama wish. Tuseme tu wewe.
I'm born and raised in Mombasa, so I will always wanasema nini uvuta kwake, si ndio? Mwamba ngoma uvuta kwake. So my people down at the coast.
Japheth?
So I've been to Mombasa. It's crazy.
Is that why you've said kutoka ni noma?
Mombasa is crazy, but I think also Dala is something else. I really enjoyed it this year. It was amazing.
Just to you, Japheth, what's usually very hard? Is it keeping up with the schedule on time or satisfying sisi mafans? Nini inakuanga ngumu sana?
I think both, but the harder one is schedule, but I think we've got that right. Unlike football, sisi watu wa ball inaanzanga 4, so uko na time ya kuplan nini. Rugby starts at 8 in the morning for the circuit. If you delay the games throughout the day. So I think keeping that schedule is key for rugby. And then for the fans, it's the beauty with fans ni after. Wanatakanga ikifika 4 wanaanza kusikia kabis flani. So I think it's easier for the fans. But the schedule for rugby, to be honest, is very tight. So just starting on time, I think is the trick. And if you get that right, everything else is sorted.
Well, you know, for me, I'm a football fan, but when it comes to good vibes, rugby carries the day now. Swali yangu ni hivi, which venue, by the way, has the best post-match vibe? Which venue? Na useme Mombasa kwa useme Mombasa sana hivyo.
Let's talk about the rugby. The fun experience.
Fun experience. Wenye wanatuacha hapa.
Wenye wanaenda huko.
So, fun experience during the game. I think all of them will try and have the same setup so fans can enjoy our experiential area. We have the 360 camera, we have a lot of interaction, we have games to be played. So that's quite a lot of fun. I think that we try and set up similarly everywhere. Then the post-match experience.
Yeah.
That's why I think it's sorted. And then it also depends with nani anakam. So that also really plays a part because all the artists are good, but there are artists who are better.
Okay.
So
let me move to you, Kevo. We have the new under 16 and under 18 competitions.
Yeah.
How is it shaping the future rugby upper Kenya, having the under 16 and under 18? Because I'm a parent, nikisikia mtoto wangu ananiambia na kucheza rugby at under 16 na vile naona watu tuona chini.
It's a contact sport like football. The risks are the same.
But
in fact, what most people don't know, the care put into rugby in terms of just making sure its safety is in place is better than any sport. What Japheth probably didn't mention is we can't kick off matches if there are no ambulances, for example. And it's not just ambulances, it is advanced, very advanced ambulances. We're talking about SCLSs. We can't kick off matches if we do not have doctors, and not just like a paramedic kamta, but a doctor. We can't kick off. So the safety standards there are very good. But to your question, the U16, U18 program. For a very long time, we've had the age grade games played a day before the games kick off, normally on Fridays. But we really didn't put in the proper structure to try and track that and have it culminate into something else. I think the Youth Olympics are coming in, and Kenya is one of the countries that is supposed to be showcasing rugby at the Youth Olympics. We were lucky enough to get a grant from NOC, and so this is what is being used to try and identify that pool of players that will represent Kenya at the Youth Olympics in Senegal. Okay. So there is structure in it. It's been a slow start, but we believe by the end of the circuit, we will have gotten momentum, and we should be having the best players now into a database that we can track and just use to go to the next level.
Well, there has been the introduction of the women's category. You've said you've had one in Prinsloo, and now, how can it change the future? How is it changing the future of the circuit? Because so far rugby, I don't know if watu kitambo walikuwa join game ya machali. So introduction of the women inaweza change aje the future of the circuit?
I think it'll create more excitement. That's the first thing. If like you said, ni imekuwa ikijulikana game ya machali, but the interest in the women's game is quite interesting. I can speak to the team for Kisumu Rugby, the ladies team. It was their first time participating ever, and they didn't even make a try, and I think they'll be very proud of this story because we had a chat with them. They didn't even make a try, but then for them they said every journey starts with the first step. So for them, the fact that they participated, that was a step, and now they're looking forward to their first try. And I think for me that just creates the excitement. So for the ladies game, I think that's what I think we as SportPesa would also be happy to be a part of, and Kevo knows that when the discussion for the circuit came up, it was very exciting to hear that they want to introduce the ladies game to all the legs, because before it was limited to a few legs, to 3 legs. Now that we are having it in all the legs, that's very exciting, and I think we are looking forward to just seeing the ladies game grow more and more, because out there are a lot of women who love rugby as fans, but then there are also those ones who would like to play, and I think it's a good platform to give them to to showcase their talent.
And maybe just to add to what Japheth is saying, it's the stories we are trying to create. Deep down, I'm very biased towards the ladies' games. I say this in every interview I do. I'm very biased because I see us going very far with the ladies, and not to bash the men's side of the game, but I see us going very far with the ladies first before the men can. Of course, our men's side have been world champions. They've won one leg in Singapore and all that. But our ladies' side have also been the Challenger Series champions. Right now, I know we were talking about the Kakamega school making the East Africa. We have a girls' team going to East Africa, Kinale girls, in the 15s and the 7s. You will not believe it, these guys were playing in the circuit in Prinsloo, and one of the best games we had in Prinsloo was actually that upset between Kinale and, or rather Kiamba and Kenya Harlequins. So I think it gives the girls a platform to build on their confidence, get them playing very early, very young, and we have depth in terms of who is coming to replace the already existing players, with goals to go even further for the girls in the rugby competitions.
Japheth and also Kevo, unajua money is good, yes. Now, just a simple question, which circuit leg would you, given this chance, which circuit leg would you confidently take to an international rugby visitor? Umwambie, now this is Kenya Sevens culture.
A trick question again.
Tunafungia question nyingine tena.
Trick question again.
Like umechukua. Actually, the both of you will answer. Sema umeenda kupitch, umeenda kupitch, unaenda kuuza, unaenda kachapa.
Mimi nimesponsor Kevo, acha.
Ndipo soma rushwa ngori, usiponini ndio inaenda.
It would be unfair to pick one. For different reasons. It would be unfair to pick just one for different reasons. Because the beauty of the circuit is it is split in different parts of this country. So we have a totally different experience in the lakeside compared to what we'd have in Mombasa. We have a totally different experience in Nairobi compared to what we'll have in Nakuru. And Embu is a bidding leg 2 years in, a totally different experience. So it would be hard to pick one. But if I had to really pick Safari Sevens.
This is a safe Now, as we wind up, we also what football fans did yesterday at the Nyayo National Stadium. Tuliona Arsenal fans and Manchester United fans. What is a study? Do you think rugby fans wanaweza more just a study?
Rugby fans wanaweza a study. We had the HSBC Sevens too happening in February. And well, just a study 3 days straight. So I think they actually.
Ulaniyo kelele mafans walipiga.
So
kwa mtandao.
Yes. That was exciting. But yesterday was if we can talk a bit about yesterday before I go back to rugby. Yesterday was crazy, and I think a big shout out to Eric and Useful Idioti for all the efforts they did in promoting that game. The stadium was fully packed. The viewership was also quite crazy. During the match, we had over 25,000 guys watching. By night, the viewership had got to 250,000 guys. So it just tells you that was a crazy SportPesa experience match. And I think to the Arsenal and United fans, that was crazy. We hope we can get that energy from the Kenyans to come into the SportPesa League that is starting soon. That tunaweza jaza study pia now, like we say, to end the game. I think that's something we're looking forward to. But for rugby fans, I think they can. You know, like you said, rugby is more about vibes and inshallah. And once guys know that is there, they'll come. When I talk HSBC Sevens too, Friday being full was crazy. We thought Friday watu wako job nini. But Friday was full. Saturday was even crazier. Sunday, even though our teams didn't get to the finals, was still full. So it just means rugby fans, it's ni kitu iko kwa damu watakam tu. So I think I believe they can even fill up Kasarani and now Talanta. That's but big up to the game yesterday. That was amazing.
Well, thank you so much, Kevo. Thank you so much, Japheth. You want to say something?
Yeah, Nirusu too. As we wind up, yes. I think it's a busy year for us at Kenya Rugby Union. And our message is we want to send out the same message all the time. we are now in the National 7 Circuit calendar or season. We just want to ask everyone to come and support the National 7 Circuit, wherever it is being played. Then after that, we move into Safari Sevens, October 9th to 11th. Again, just as Jafet is saying, we have a crowd that is hard to miss. So, your former is Kupate. Let's come in for Safari Sevens. The ladies will be playing in Kenya again. We have the Rugby Africa Cup coming to Nairobi in November. Let's also go out and support. And then lastly, I think next year, we're still hosting the HSBC Sevens too. Tena, nayo. A repeat of what we did last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you so much. And if you're at home and watching us right now, those who love not only vibes, but good vibes, to patane kabeberis, and of course to enjoy rugby. Thank you so much, Kevo. Thank you so much, Jafet.
Thank you for having us.
You're welcome. This has been Monday Blitz. We meet tonight on Radio 47 for 90+. Actually, it's Radio NTV 90+. I'm Katala Messi. Very good morning.